and welcome to this video about no-brainer offers, where we'll be talking about how to sell at scale to complete strangers with offers so good after they see your campaign in their social media, they will actually feel stupid not to take advantage of it and actually become your customer. And this is exceptionally powerful for e-com brands that are looking to drive new customers to the store on profit and be able to retain them with, of course, having a good product and good experience with that first purchase. And you just need a very, very good code-friendly offer to do that. And I'll be showing you how to structure one, how to figure out all the nuances of it, and a couple of examples in the end as well. So stay tuned and let us jump straight in. So when it comes to what makes a successful offer, there's a couple of elements, there's a couple of pillars, and let's talk about each of them. So first is the perceived value. It's essentially just the discrepancy between the actual perceived value of the product or the service and then the actual price, what you pay for it. So of course, the bigger the discrepancy, the faster the person decides to buy from you, and there's multiple ways how to increase it, which we will be talking about in a second. Now, very important part of the perceived value is also the margin, because if the margin really doesn't make sense for you to run, it wouldn't be making sense to build that kind of offer. So the perceived value should be built in a way where even though the perceived value is much higher and than the actual selling price, the actual selling price should still give you 70 to 90% margins, right? And on top of that, when you have figured the ultimate offer that just makes sense in terms of perceived value and margins, you want to add a urgency and scarcity on top of that, so people are feeling the need to make the decision right away rather than later, and some guarantees to create that safety net for them to try the product risk-free. Now, how do you increase the perceived value? There's two ways to do this. There's a standard way with discount campaigns that you're seeing all over. Everybody's doing 15, 20, 50, 75% discounts. Everybody's competing on price because they don't know how to compete else. So this is a very bad trend because one, the audience is already used to this, so they are not as reactive to the price decreases as they were before, but also it's not very profitable for a business, because if you need to lower your prices, your margins go down and you're not as profitable, you're not able to invest back into the business, and it doesn't create anything unique for you to differentiate yourself in your industry and drive more conversions. So this is a standard way that is not working that well anymore, and the new way that we use is the bundling. And bundling is very, very powerful because it consists just by figuring out the outcome of what the customer actually wants, putting it together with your hero products, increasing the perceived value because you're increasing the likeliness of achieving that outcome while also increasing the average order value. Therefore, you're getting new customer with much higher average order value. Therefore, even if the margin stays the same, you have much more money coming in that you can work with, and people spending more money in the front end on the first purchase. They're more prone to actually spend more when they return to the store. So we'll be talking about the perceived value and the actual building of the bundling offers in a second, but let us talk about the urgency and scarcity a little bit more. So literally the ordinary or the most common ways how to build urgency and scarcity are putting a time limit on the offer. So essentially it ends at any time, or it ends in a couple of hours, right? You can have a limited stock in place. You can have only for the next X people availability of the offer, and there's plenty more, right? You can create some of your own that makes sense with your product, and it's something that you should have on every single offer. Now, for the guarantees, you want to provide a safe space for the customer and the risk-free purchase, so you can have a conditional guarantees that they need to meet some of your conditions to have the guarantee in place, or you can have just a regular 30 days money back guarantee that just gives them that feel of okay, if the product really sucks, I'm not risking anything, right? And the way how to create the best offer is just by actually testing. There's no proven formula. Every business is different. There's different ceilings and different options that you have with every business, but figuring out what your customer wants and actually getting customer feedback can be very, very powerful, because your customer was also wants a complete cold lead that actually was just interested or maybe saw you somewhere. So if you can get away with surveying them, asking them about why they decided to buy from you in the first place, and what kind of offer would they want to see for the first time again for them to buy from you, right? If they do not know you, this is something that can give you a very, very good feedback on what's actually people looking for. And of course, constant brainstorming, because even though if you create a one good offer, it doesn't necessarily mean that the offer will be working forever, and you always want to have some in stock that you can be using over and over, and you can build new offers on the past ones that have been proving working well. You can reuse them for the new offers, because you'll still be targeting new customers, new cold audiences. So these audiences probably never seen an offer from you, so you don't have to feel bad about recycling the old ones. But the actual testing, I need to put so much emphasis on this, because you want to test not 5, not 10, not 50. You want to test hundreds of offers to see which one sticks. And by hundreds, they do not have to be completely unique. You can just test a single offer with 20 variations of urgency, scarcity, perceived value, guarantees, just to see what clicks and actually gives you the best returns. Now, going to actual examples of bundling and how it can work for your business, some of the examples, I've took the Kinobody brand, because their product is for once very good. And Greg O'Gallagher, the owner, has built the brand very well, and they've been using some very good tactics in building that offer. But I also want to show you the difference between their actual offer that sells well and what they're doing currently with just a simple product, right? So what you can see here is just a regular product on their store that is a hero product that is selling well. But you can see there's no offer besides the subscription and 20% off. So this is just a regular discount offer that doesn't give him much advantage. So even though the product is unique, so they're basically unique on the market and they have a very strong brand, they can compete on price with someone, because it's just a regular discount offer that doesn't make that much difference. So building a offer on this would actually retain more or bring more conversions and more results, and this is what actually the brand started doing. So the first combination that they came up with is the Mojo Stack, which is literally combining their two flagship products, and they deliver an outcome and basically pair them together for a much I wouldn't say better price, because the price is basically a combination of these two. So they didn't increase the margins. But what happens here? The combination of these products, first of all, they basically double the actual price that they're paying, right? So you're making twice the amount with even the same margins straight from the first customer. So that gives you much better margin to work with, or much better ROI to work with and to test. So this is a very good move, and it gives them more products to try, and also more products to fall in love with and eventually come back and be a repeated customer, right? So this is a next evolutionary step from just selling the one product, but they took it to another level after this as well. And this is what I would say is a masterpiece here, because what they're doing here is the products remain the same, and the added value on this is a 4-week training program, 4-week nutrition plan, and Mojo Lifestyle Mastery. So there's a literally info products for incredible amount of value. It's just extra $100 if you compare these two, right? The one-time purchase of these two is just $95. And with here, you're just paying $95 as well, but you're getting all of these for free, right? So the perceived value is very, very high. So it's a no-brainer offer for a person to jump on because they're literally saving so much money, right? And even on top, the refill is even cheaper if they start with this offer right here, right? So the margin on this offer increased, right? I don't know what is their selling price, but the margin on this offer increased because they've been able to sell it for not 95, or most people will go for subscription for 75, so they're selling it for $20 more. But also, even if they are retaining the customers on less, they're bringing new customers in, collecting their email and being able to retain them more efficiently just by being able to get them sign up or try their products for a profitable offer, a profitable acquisition, and lowering the cost per acquisition. So if you compare these two, again, I don't have access to data, but based on my experience, you can imagine that there's probably twice less amount of conversions on this offer than on this offer, while this offer is much more expensive, has better margins, and it just uses a training program, nutrition plan and mastery, that has been built once, so there was investment involved, but now they can just resell it, and it costs them nothing. So the margins become larger. And this is a very, very good example how you build a no-brainer offers, because if you see an offer so good, even if you do not know anything about a brand, you would probably jump on it just because of the value that is provided with everything inside. So I hope that you enjoyed the video. I hope that you enjoyed the value that was covered here. I will be releasing these videos very, very, I would say consistently in the upcoming months. So feel free to subscribe for more value for e-com stores and how to actually build offers, how to holistically approach the customer acquisition. And if you have any questions, post the comments below and I'll get back to every single one of you. And I'll see you in the next video. And yeah, hope you implement everything that you've seen here and create some very, very unique and no-brainer offers for yourself. Yeah, speak to you very soon. Bye-bye.